Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a really quick and simple and really easy no makeup type look. So first up is my Bobbi brown corrector, and I'm just using my ring finger to apply this just because it's a lot quicker and it blends really well. So I'm just kind of concentrating this on the inner corner, and if you don't, bring your concealer kind of right up to the inner corner, almost onto the eyelid, and you have bad dark circles, then I would really recommend you do that because it makes a huge difference to how bright and awake your eye looks. You can probably see the difference. And then I'm going to go in with my Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer, which I love. My shade is light 2. I'm just going to put 2 stripes under my eyes. I know I use a lot of concealer under my eyes, but that's my main kind of concern. You don't have to use as much, obviously, and I just like to bring it a little bit downwards and outwards just to make sure it's blended really well. And again, I like taking it on the inner corner, and I like to pat the excess that's on my finger across my eyelid. So once I've done my eyes, I'm just going to put some of the concealer onto the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my finger again and just go in to any little spots that I have or areas of redness. It makes the overall look really natural too, because you only put in a lot of makeup on where you really need it, rather than all over like a lot of heavier foundations. So once you've concealed everywhere that you'd like to, we're going to go in with the mineral foundation, and the colour I've got is Fair. It's a tad too light for me, but I can definitely get away with it and just work with it anyway. So what I like to do is open the foundation, tip the lid upside down, and just kind of drum my fingers over the bottom of it, and it'll shake a lot of product out. You can use as little or as much as you want, but what I would say is start off with a little bit on the brush because it can tend to go everywhere. I just like to dip a little bit of the brush into it and tap it off with my finger, and then get what's on the brush and just go straight in and buff it. I'm using a kabuki brush from e.l.f. This is the small face kabuki brush. So this is going to give me a lot more coverage than some other brushes might. If you want a bit of a lighter coverage, you might want to use a stippling brush. Something like that will give you a bit more of a diffused look and a lighter coverage, but I do like my coverage, so I'm going to put it on with this one. And I'm not going to lie, this is pretty messy and it does go everywhere if you're not careful. I would usually do this in my pyjamas or in my dressing gown, brown knickers, but obviously I wanted to get dressed for this video because that would be a bit weird. So now I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Glow in Bronzed, and this is quite dark and pigmented, so just be really careful with it. So you might be able to see I've got the tiniest bit in my lid, so I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. This is my favourite powder brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just swirling the product in, just kind of coating the brush with it. And you can kind of dab a bit off on your arm if you like, and just start really lightly putting it over your skin. And don't go in one area and pack it all on because it will look really obvious. Just kind of dust it all over your face, and you can always go back for more if there's not enough colour, but once you've kind of put too much on, it's really hard to go back. So now I'm going to set my concealer with the e.l.f. Eye Brightener, and I'm going to use a small brush and just get a little bit on the brush, and I'm just putting this lightly under my eye to set my concealer. I'm going to bring it in the inner corner as well and over the eyelid. So I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of blush and some mascara, and I'm going to be using the Natural Collection Peach Melba blush. And I love these because the colours aren't very bright and in your face, and they're matte, so they're really natural looking and great for this kind of natural no makeup look. So before I put my mascara on, I'm just going to brush my brows out a little bit, just so they're kind of in a uniform shape and there's none sticking up in weird directions. So now I'm going to curl my lashes with my No. 7 Lash Curlers and apply some Max Factor False Lash Effect in black. And finally I'm just going to put a little bit of a glossy lip balm on my lips. This is a Great Kisser from Soap and Glory. It's a really nice clear gloss which also moisturises, so that just adds a little bit of shine without any colour. You could use a lip balm, you could use a tinted balm, you could use a lip gloss. So that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it, and it's a really quick and easy thing that you can just throw on if you're in a hurry out the door, or maybe you go into school and you get told off for wearing makeup. I remember when I was at school, we weren't allowed to wear makeup and I would always try and get away with it. If I'd known like how to do a kind of no makeup look back then, I probably would have been able to get away with it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.